guys, and welcome back. In today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are asking, what is the family gossip on you? So, your family particularly, what are they saying about you? This could be for any family member, any purpose, any groups within your family that you're curious what they're saying about you. And you can always, of course, leave it open and just see which family members want to come through. You could ask about one side of the family or the other side, or you can ask about your immediate family, extended family, specific cousins, doesn't matter. Use this reading as you will and as you're guided to. But anyway, that is the topic for today. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we have 3 groups to choose from. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. For group 1 today, we have an amethyst window stone. For group 2, we have a rose quartz mushroom. And for group 3, some golden pyrite. I think it's always golden. I don't know why I said that. But anyway, as always, take as much time as you need to decide which group or groups that you feel most drawn to. And when you're ready, please go ahead and click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video, and I will see you in just a second in your reading. Hi, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this amethyst window stone today. So the topic for today's reading is, what is your family saying about you? What is the current family gossip? So let's just jump in and get started. A lot of different cards and decks to work with today. So let's see. Let's start with the animal spirit. We have the panther. And we also have the crow. Interesting. If you've cut someone off, whether it's in your family or in a relationship, people are talking about that. They're talking about the boundary that you've set. Although I am picking up like I don't know how to describe the energy. Give me a second. Let me look at some of these others. We have number 43, which is passion flower, and it says surrender. And we also have number 26, which is cordyceps revival. Yeah, so I'm picking up like this kind of a debate kind of energy. Like maybe people are, I don't want to say disagreeing with your choices. I guess maybe that's what I want to say, is like maybe some people are disagreeing with or disapproving of your choices, but it's like other family members approve of or agree with your choices. Again, I'm picking up some type of difference of opinion. And it almost seems like older or parental figures specifically that are saying that, but we're going to look into maybe what that might be about. There's a lot of wisdom energy coming through as well. I don't know if this is family members saying that you are wise and they respect your opinion, or these family members feel like they're the wise ones, and that it's almost like some family members might even be saying that you're disobedient or something like that. If you have a family member that might resonate with, because there's some level of, I don't know, with the panther and the eagle spirit being very prominent on this card, it's almost like defiance or rebelliousness. So I don't know if some of you resonate with some kind of black sheep energy, and if you do, it's just like there are family members that are on your side, or they understand why you've done what you've done or why you had to cut somebody off. So it's not like if somebody here is worried about that there's one negative voice in your family or a couple, it's not like everyone's agreeing with them, only if that's something you're worried about. Because there is some level of free-spirited energy coming through here. Like, you know who you are. You know exactly what you believe, even if it's different from the rest of your family. Very, very certain of yourself, as in connected to your actual self. Let me see. Let's look at the rest of these cards here, and then we're going to pull some tarot. We have replace. Okay. I don't know if the cutting someone in your family off is resonating with you. They might feel like um, you have replaced them in some way. And we have tormentor. Okay, and then from the Norse mythology cards, we have Nana in reverse. Sorry, this is a very complex energy group one, so it might just be different stories coming in. Give me a second to tune into this a little better. I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear. We have relaxed. Interesting. Okay, so okay, that makes so much sense. Um, Divorce, an ending of something, a possible difficulty ending of something. Maybe this is that boundary cutting off energy I'm kind of picking up on. If some of you, and this is just kind of an example story, so if it's not resonating for you, let me say what I need to say. This is like divorce energy, okay? So like this could be an actual divorce for many of you. Maybe you've gotten a divorce, and obviously people are talking about that. That's a major event, a major ending. But this could be something like that. So it doesn't have to be necessarily maybe a marriage that's ended. It could be a relationship even that was ended, like a romantic relationship that wasn't a marriage. But whatever it was, it just seems like something was cut off and people are talking about that. With the tormentor card here, this could even be an abusive relationship that you've cut off. And again, it could be an abusive family member that you've cut off that's being talked about as well. But it feels like more specifically than that, it's like they're discussing a big cycle that was ended, but the cycle was regretfully ended. You know, that's kind of what a divorce is like. So it's not like a positive completion, like graduating or getting promoted. It seems like they're discussing an unfortunate ending, an unfortunate cycle, or an unfortunate replacement. It could even be if maybe you got divorced a while ago with this replace card here, it might just be speculation that is group one ever gonna get married again? Or at all, maybe in some of your cases. Is group one ever gonna talk to me again? These kinds of things. Let's see. It's just very interesting, the merging of DNA on this card, though. So that's kind of like the merging of DNA, that's reproductive energy. But it's hard for me to read that in this reading since, we're picking up on family, and that is typically, for the majority of people, DNA connected, related. But that's really standing out to me for some reason. So maybe they're just wondering if you will reproduce, have kids, or if you do have kids and you got a divorce. They're talking about that. Again, we're going back to this energy of some people are kind of talking negative while other people are defending you, supporting you. I feel like maybe you're not opening up too much about this to most of your family members with this relaxed card here, because I'm getting, not that you're necessarily relaxed about the situation they're discussing, it's just like you're, keeping your business to yourself. But I'm going to pull some tarot because I need a lot more clarity here. Because it does seem like there's a lot of silence on your end. Because I'm getting a big silent energy. So some of you might even be asking about family members that you have cut off. They don't hear from you, so all they can do is speculate about your life. They've got nothing to do but speculation. But for others of you, it's like really closed off to the majority of your family, maybe because you're worried about the gossip or the negativity, and you don't want to be interacting with their energy necessarily. So you might only open up to like a select few family members. Like these mountains in the back of this card, I'm just noticing that the icy caps on the top, and it's like it's like that's who you're talking to. Like only a tiny fraction of your family members know any of your business. But let's see. I want to pull some tarot so we can actually get some clarity on these messages. So Spirit, Group 1's family, what exactly are they saying about Group 1? Okay, so sorry, I just got another message. I've been doing that a lot in my readings. I'm sorry. I just jumping around here. But it's like, I was just talking about they're gossiping about a negative ending or an unfortunate ending cycle for some of you. It's like also some of you might resonate that you had a positive cycle, like something to celebrate, like world card energy, an accomplishment. And they don't want to celebrate it. They want to minimize it. And that's really sad. That's making me really sad. I'm sorry if that's you, Group 1. Like, yeah, it's like they don't think you deserve celebration or something like that. And I don't know why that's hitting me emotionally so much. I hope that's not really hurting you. It's just like, whoever you are, your accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. I just want to tell you that. Okay. Okay, so we have Justice in reverse here. So it could be Libras talking about you, or even family members that are lawyers. Doesn't have to be. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm not holding the deck upside down. Okay, so yeah, a lot of reversals. It's going back to this silent energy I was giving. So maybe there's not as much communication. So there's a lot of speculation going on. We have Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. Knight of Wands in reverse. It's almost like Tormentor card. Justice in reverse, not wanting to celebrate. It just seems like, again, this is not everyone in your family, because this is what I was getting from the very beginning, is that there's differing opinions, but it's like, this could be as simple as someone in your family is kind of jealous of an accomplishment or a success, even a marriage that you have, and so they're wanting to minimize it, they're wanting to downplay it. And in more severe cases, you guys know your family, because this is a group reading, but it's like with Justice in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they're like actually wishing and celebrating anything negative that happens to you. Like they're wishing for that, praying for that, whatever it might be. And I don't know why. The Tormentor is really controlling kind of energy, so it's very interesting that that comes up here. Only take that message if it resonates. So it's something on a spectrum here of they're jealous of your accomplishments to they're actually praying for it, which is just very unfortunate. That's really awful energy, like praying for your downfall. And if that's the case, I feel like that's a family member you've already cut off, okay? Like I'm not picking up on someone that you're actively talking about. So if that message is for you, you know who it is. Otherwise, it's almost like it feels like a jealous cousin or aunt or something that's like, I don't know if they're jealous of your relationship or your career or something like that, but there is a little bit of I don't know, it's more of a catty energy, like Group 1 didn't deserve that, or something like that, like you don't deserve your accomplishments or things to be celebrated. Okay, I need to put this down. I need to turn these upright to look at them. Sorry, guys, but they are reversed. It's almost like this person wants to have more control over your life, or at least more say. it could be that this is a very controlling, abusive family member for some of you that I'm picking up on, but otherwise, it's more like they want, some of them, if they're not the abusive family member I'm picking up on, it's that they want to have more sway over your decisions. Like, I feel like they might say things like, group one's listening to bad influences instead of me. And I'm picking that up more specifically if it's like, maybe it's a really religious family or family member. And maybe they're criticizing some of your choices, or it's just this little devil character standing out to me, like you're listening to the devil on your shoulder instead of them, and they want to, I guess they want to have more influence. They want to be seen as more wise in your eyes, or something like that. I hope that makes sense. Especially if you did have some kind of negative ending, like a divorce or downfall. It's kind of like this, well, this wouldn't have happened if you listened to me, like this petty, like, I told you so kind of energy. I need a few more cards, guys. Give me a second here. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more? What is group one's family member saying about group one? So that's the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands in reverse, Queen of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you, you're quite physically attractive, and I don't know, maybe there's mixed opinions about that. Some of them might be saying that you're too thin. But again, more to the silent energy. You see how he's like holding his coins so tightly to his chest. Like, I don't want anybody to know. I don't want to tell anybody my secrets. I don't want to tell anybody my business, so they can't do anything besides speculation. I feel like that's how they're perceiving you. This card's also kind of giving gold digger, so some of them might be saying you're trying to just marry for money or be in relationships for that, or that you're more focused on money rather than relationships. I just heard I knew it would end, something like that. So that might resonate for you if you're resonating with the divorce story. Some of them might be talking about or speculating about your sexuality if it's not like fitting the, the heteronormative paradigm or whatever. That might be being discussed. There might be some discussions over approval, disapproval in that area. But yeah, I do want to reiterate, going back to what I said in the very beginning, there is mixed opinions about you. And it almost seems like the kind of silence or tight-lipped energy I'm picking up from you, it's like maybe none of these family members should be having an opinion, but they're having one anyway, I'm going to pull some emoji cards here for specifics. So these might help you figure out specific family members, specific discussions, things like that. So, Spirit, tell us any more about Group One's family. What is Group One's family saying about Group One? Yeah, again, there was something about too skinny or self-harming, if that resonates with you. So if that's something that is part of you, that might be being discussed. We have the pig. We have the money. Well, that's kind of greed energy, isn't it? Especially with this Four of Pentacles card. So some of them, they might be saying you're greedy. You're greedy, or you've taken too much. This could be going like as simple as you ate too much, even at like a family dinner, to maybe you got more in an inheritance settlement and you didn't deserve it according to some people, or maybe you just made a lot of money and there's maybe a jealous energy around that. But yeah, something about greedy or Group One won't help me even though they have all these possessions or this money or something like that. Or you're trying to get more than you deserve. Okay. Let's see here. This is just like, for some reason, making me think of food. So I don't know what that, like maybe you cooked something that was really good. Even now we're getting into more minute details. I also heard run away with this, and wanting you to come back. So that might resonate for those of you where you did cut off a family member and that family member is estranged. It's like wanting you to come back. But you're not. And also there's this energy of kind of wishing for your downfall. So if you don't feel like you should come back, then, you know, don't be around toxic people. Oh, and that's at the bottom of the deck, this umbrella in reverse. But like wanting you to open up, but you're a little closed off. But that's kind of been the theme of this whole reading. I think I'm going to pull a fortune to end off this reading. So give me 1 second. Okay, so Spirit, any final words or advice for group 1 to close out this reading? Okay, actually I feel like we should have just a little more here. Okay, so it says there are dreamers and there are achievers. The difference between the two is action. And that might justify if there's this jealous, greedy kind of energy coming through here. I feel like that's Spirit's way of saying that, you know, you actually went out and made your dreams happen. To find yourself, think for yourself. And that's so interesting because that energy I was picking up on that was like, they want you to listen to them instead of the devil on your shoulder, in their opinion, you know. But it seems like this whole independent freedom, runaway energy even, I feel like that Spirit's confirming that you've done the right thing by choosing yourself and listening to yourself. And it says you are gifted with artistic talents. So that might be another thing, if that resonates with you, that people are talking about as well, not just a message from Spirit. And then there's nothing permanent except change. I feel like that's a reminder for those of you who are closing out this kind of like regretful cycle that I was picking up on in the beginning, like a divorce or something like that. You know, it's just change is inevitable. I guess maybe it's that generic message about acceptance. But things close out so better things can come in if you need that reminder. Sometimes we all do. And then lastly, we have walk with a good heart and you will run with success. Interesting. I mean, we have literally the running emoji and the stack of money emoji, which is like success. So it's like, you know, keep following yourself. Don't let negative voices get to you. If you feel like your family members have given you bad advice, we have this whole message. Think for yourself. That's the right way to go. You know, follow what's in your heart, not necessarily what everyone's telling you. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 1. I hope this resonated, and if it did, please give this video a thumbs up. And also let me know what you thought in the comments below, even if it's just to let me know which group you were in. That's always appreciated. If you're new here and you've liked this reading and you like pick a card tarot readings, I make a lot of pick a card tarot readings over here on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you are interested. And if you like some of my readings, you could please consider subscribing. You're very welcome here. And as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. Hi, group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the rose quartz mushroom today. So the topic for today's reading is what's the gossip on you from your family? What is your family saying about you? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see here. I think we're starting with the animal spirits as usual. So we have the bee. Okay. There's so many different cards in this reading, you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we have number 18, which says lion's mane, and it's associated with the quality of leadership. Okay, so I mean, this is giving career energy off the bat. So I feel like something going on in your career, your job, um, is definitely something being talked about here, especially if you've got a promotion or they're proud of you. They're proud of what you're doing with your career. Even if it's non-traditional, with these scales here, I mean, some of you definitely could be in a legal profession here. Doesn't have to be just lion's mane. You know, it's also lion's mane's a supplement that's become really popular lately. I actually like to just cook lion's mane because I think it's delicious. But you know, it's supposedly helpful for like the myelin sheaths in your neuron cells. So people say it helps your brain, and they're doing studies on that. So your brain, your intellect, your intelligence. Like they're proud of that. Like they think you're channeling that in a good way. You're using that in a good way. You're using this worker energy in a good way. Like fulfilling a good function. Okay, even if this is not necessarily, maybe you don't have a strong career path. It's like they believe that you'll get there, because you have all the talents and all the capabilities and the work ethic and all of this. Also, obviously, with lion's mane there, we got some strong Leo energy. Doesn't have to be, but also water bearer energy. So that's Aquarius and Libra energy with those scales. It doesn't have to be. You know, this card's associated with, looks like Neptune and Mercury, Uranus and Mercury. Like you're going to go far. Some of you, okay, so some of you might be worried because maybe you're having challenges in your career or you're currently unemployed or something, but it's like I'm actually picking up this really positive energy where they believe in you and they know you're going to go far. It's just like they believe your raw talent, your raw intellect, your knowledge, your degrees, everything. Like you have everything going for you, and it's gonna work. It's gonna go well. Some of you might just be really young, starting on this career path, and they're really proud of you, and they know you're gonna go far. If you're in a different stage of life, and not really young, even if you're having challenges in your career, it's like they believe in you. This is such a positive, supportive energy. I love it. I love this. Okay, so we also have number 44, which is Valerian, which says acceptance. It's weird because this figure looks like it's ascending. So yeah, especially if you've got like a promotion at your job, like everyone's talking about that. They think it's amazing. They're proud of you. It's great. It's great stuff. Otherwise they know that you're gonna end up there. Okay, it's like you see these stars at the top. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but like the stars, they start off small and then they end up as this big shooting star. It's like that's how they see you. That's how they see your future. And I think that's so beautiful. There's family members here also think that you are beautiful and you have beautiful hair, in a loving familial way, not in like a romantic way, I hope. But no, it's like you know, it's like a mother calling her daughter beautiful. Like that's how they see you. They think you're a really beautiful person. They find that you're very helpful. They see it's like you're the type of person that's always offering to help. You're always offering to help, and or you're even anticipating what others might need, jumping in to help, even if you're not asked to, which always feels really appreciated. I do feel like there's this big hard worker energy coming through. So yeah, Neptune and Uranus energy coming through strongly here. Um, so some of you, or I just keep thinking about the Neptune Uranus conjunction, which is like my generation pretty much. So I don't know why I'm thinking about the entire generation here, but it's coming through. But like, I think it was mostly 90s kids that have that conjunction in their chart, or those two planets really close together. Um, why? Why would that even be coming through? Um, because I know a lot of my subscriber base is, in that age range. So it might just be, I'm picking up on family members that were also born in that age range. So this could be siblings and cousins that I'm picking up on. Um, Specifically, it's like they're wanting me to come through and make sure that, to say that it's not just like your parents or whatever that's proud of you. It's like your broader extended family. Like, uh, yeah, it's just this proud of you, and they think so many positive things of you, and like all your talents and intelligence and all that is going to carry you so far. Um, okay, I got more cards here, and we still gotta pull the tarot, so I need to move forward. Okay, we have Loki in reverse. Interesting. Some of you might have had a Loki in your life. For those of you not familiar with Norse mythology, he's the trickster. He's often the bad guy. So with him being in reverse, it's like they perceive you as honest. Again, with this kindness, hardworking. You're very truthful, but you might have cut off, a Loki trickster type of energy from your life that might be being talked about. We have the Harbinger. And from my emotion cards here, we have kind. Of course, we have kind. Like I was saying, it's like you're the type that's always volunteering to help or just jumping in to help. You don't even have to be asked. Um, good, good, angelic kid kind of energy. And we have brave. So interesting, brave comes through because that's a trait commonly associated with the lion spirit. Um, you're courageous. You might be the first person in your family to maybe do things like maybe you're the first person to go to college or get a graduate degree in your whole family line, things like that. Again, this like really proud of you energy. Okay, I can't seem to pick up this card, but the imagery on it, it's so small you probably cannot see it, but this figure on this horse, there's like a bunch of people following behind. Like there's so many. It's like a whole army of people. So it's like leadership energy. Forging ahead, charting your own path. And it's like you're inspirational. They're proud of you. I feel like younger siblings, younger cousins, they look up to you. This is so positive group too. I'm so happy for this energy. And maybe some of you don't feel like all of your family members feel this way. And of course, um, everyone is unique and different, but it just feels like the majority of your family feels this way. Um, with the, I'm also being drawn to like how this kangaroo's like flexing their muscles. Um, I don't know. Maybe some of you have been working out, getting fit, getting healthy. Um, Actually, some of you really might be into like the herbal medicine remedies, or just health in general, and you give really great health advice. Um, there's also so many bouquets of flowers. I don't know if some of you have brought bouquets of flowers or something like that, but it's also this kind of celebratory, proud of you energy. Like when someone graduates, their family will bring them bouquets of flowers. But okay, I need to pull the tarot. Let's see if we can get more specifics, more details. Um, it's like you leave a magical touch. Like people in your family feel like when you come around or when they talk to you, they feel uplifted. They feel happier. Um, Whether it's because you give great advice or because you help, or it might just even be your presence. Like, just like these figures, like the mushroom and the lion. they're glowing. It just seems like you give off this radiant, glowing kind of aura that raises the vibration, makes people feel better. Even if they don't understand why, they just feel better around you. It's like your mere presence, your mere aura opens the heart chakra, if that kind of makes sense. Okay. So, um, and with this leadership energy and like all the people following behind, it just might be you might be the generational curse breaker. You might be the one in your family that's brave enough to do the deep healing work. Okay. So if maybe a lot of this isn't resonating with you because you don't have family members that are supportive and proud of you in this way, only take this if this resonates for you, of course. But it's like it might be their higher selves wanting to come through and saying they're proud of you, for breaking the generational curses, for pushing through that pain and not moving the pain forward. You're it's like you're doing the healing work for your whole line. If that resonates for you, of course. All right. So, any details, Spirit, for group 2? What is group 2's family saying about them? I love this one. It's so positive. Okay. We have the Fool. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Honestly, this is just kind of confirming everything that I was just saying. The Fool, it's like, again, some of you, you're just starting a new path, but it's like they're proud of you and they know you're going far. Even if you're just starting, or even if you're in a rough patch, like the Ten of Swords, it's reversed here. They know you're going to turn it around. And I feel like if you are going through some kind of rough patch, there is this desire to help, right? The bee spirit, bees are communal. Bees cannot exist in isolation. Bees need the entire community to sustain themselves, and it just feels like the majority of your family is that community or wants to be that for you. Like they want to be that wraparound support for you, even if you're in the Ten of Swords moment. And I feel like this comes because towards you, especially because it seems like you are this person. You are the person when other family members are having, a Ten of Swords moment. Ten of Swords is a pain, a downfall, traumas even. Again, like I was saying, healing generational curses, generational trauma. Like if you've done that for other family members, they're totally willing and want to be able to be that for you too if you're ever going through a rough patch or if you're going through one right now. And again, there's this spreading magic, like everywhere you go, everywhere you walk, like sparkles following you. I feel like that's how so many of your family members see you because you're such an uplifting presence. Some of you might be the youngest because I'm getting some like youthful energy here. And some of it's related to like maybe you're young, you just graduated, you're just starting off on your life and your career path, and they have so much faith in you. But others of you, it's just like young. You might be the youngest. I'm not sure. It might be younger family members coming through wanting to say that. So we have the Hanged Man. Seven of Cups. I feel like you are perceived as somebody who will sacrifice their own needs to be helpful. I feel like there's even family members feeling concerned that you might be overgiving, and they might even feel concerned, like not wanting you to do that for them, like they don't want you to be too overgiving. Like they want you to not be self-sacrificial. Like that they don't want to feel like they're using your generosity, kind of, if that makes sense. Which is, again, such a positive energy. If you are younger, or even if you're older, I feel like maybe with the Seven of Cups here, you might not have a clear direction of where you want to go, which is interesting considering this leadership energy here. But it's like they know if you're going through a phase where you're not sure, whether you're young, you don't know your career path, or maybe you're considering a change right now, it's what I was saying in the beginning. They know, like, once you decide, once you make your decision, you have everything within you to make it happen and make it a reality and succeed. Like, they have so much confidence in you, even when you don't have it for yourself. And I mean, just the fact that this guy, or I'm not sure if it's a guy on this card that they're painting, maybe some of you want to be painters, maybe some of you want to be artists, maybe some of you want to pursue an artistic path, and I feel like there's a lot of support in your family in regards to that. And it's like, maybe some of you have expressed to your family members you feel like you're running out of time for something, and it's like they don't see it that way. They're like, no, actually, group 2, you have so much time. You've got so much time. Don't worry. Don't stress. Let's see. Anything else? We have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so some of your family members might feel that you're rushing when you actually have so much time. At least from their perspective, that's what they're saying, and I don't know exactly what they're saying it about, but it's like they're almost saying, no, slow down. You don't need to go that fast. I feel like some of the gossips also just reminiscing about childhood, just things like that, remembering you as a child, being proud of how far you've come, being proud of where you're going to be going. I just feel a lot of respect and love in this group, and it's so amazing. But I'm seeing like just looking over memories of you as a child. So this could be like, what I'm specifically seeing is like, you know, when kids are growing up, there's usually like a spot in the house where you measure the height of the children as they're growing up. Like, I'm seeing those lines on the wall. So just something about watching you grow, or just memories of you as you were growing, things like that. So I just feel like it's not gossip so much as just nostalgia, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to pull just a few emoji cards to see if anything specific and unique for you wants to come through that will help you associate this to specific people, memories, situations, or discussions. So even if I don't mention something specific, these cards might have specific meaning to you. So Spirit, anything else detail-wise about what Group 2's family is saying about them? Here we have the light bulb, again, bright, with the lion's mane here. Very intelligent, highly intelligent. You're bright, you're clever, you're smart. The mushrooms. Going back, the mushroom. We have a mushroom right here. So this lion's mane energy. And for some of you, like I was saying, this knowledge of maybe traditional or holistic medicine, or even, you know, just mainstream health. Maybe they go to you for the nutrition and diet advice, things like that. Maybe that's what some of you are studying if you're younger and still in college. The star, yes. Okay, this is just reaffirming like everything I've already said. I feel like there's nothing negative coming through in this group, and it's such a beautiful, loving energy. Yeah, I feel like one of the main messages coming through here is your family's there to support you. Even if the communication of that support's not there, it's coming through really strongly in the feeling, like how they feel about you. But I want to close this off by getting just a fortune or two, any other messages from Spirit, advice, words of wisdom, whatever wants to come through here. I feel like we don't need too many for this group. Okay, So we have whatever you do, do it with all your heart. I feel like that's how most of your family feels about you. They support you no matter what you choose, especially if you're in this Seven of Cups, unclear energy. Maybe you want to do a lot of different things and you can't decide. I feel like their attitude is choose what you want and we'll support you. Choose multiple things and we'll support you, you know? And you have time. Don't rush yourself. And that's exactly kind of what this says. It says time is the wisest counselor. So we are talking about time still. And lastly, we have to live your life in fear of losing it is to lose the point of life. I feel like your presence, again, it's so uplifting. I do feel like people feel they don't want to lose you, okay? I feel like the need to say that for somebody here. They don't want to lose you. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope this resonated, and if it did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below to let me know how it resonated for you, or even just to know which group you were in. That's always appreciated. But anyway, if you're new here and you liked this reading and you like pick a card tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing, because I make a lot of pick a card tarot readings over here on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you're interested. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. Hi, group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the pyrite today. So the topic for today's reading is, what is your family saying about you? What is the current family gossip on you? So let's jump in and get started. A lot of different cards today. It's hard for me to hold all these. So from the Animal Spirit Oracle, we have the Black Egg, which is the spirit element associated with the throat chakra, I believe. And then we have the Raccoon in reverse. It is a little bit of black sheep energy, not necessarily though, but some of them might associate you with at least some kind of rebellious phase or remember that part of you. Let's see. From the Herbal Astrology Oracle, we have number 42, which is Amanita, and it says Conduit. And number 11, which is Damiana, the Beloved. I feel like in terms of the family gossip, I feel like a lot of the energy is about your relationship, your love life, things like that. I don't know about it, whether you're in a relationship, if you're married, unmarried. It's kind of like the conversation is kind of like that. Oh, when is group 3 gonna get married? Or when is group 3 gonna settle down and find a partner? Or if you have one, it's like, when are you guys gonna start a family? Maybe some of you have started a family, so you know they're just kind of talking about that. The gossip's just kind of centered around your relationship, your love life, and your personal family life, if you have one, if you want to choose one. So it's I feel like that's the major topic, the major area of gossip here. From the Norse mythology oracle, we have Ask, the first human man. So yeah, definitely about your romantic life here. They're wanting to know, or they're discussing, they're gossiping about your partners, your current partner, if you have partners. It just depends on, you know, what's going on with you. But yeah, they're just kind of talking about your personal life, your marriage, your relationship, or lack thereof, whatever it is. It does feel like there is like this desire or expectation for you to have a marriage and a family. And so some of you might find pressure in that area from some of your family members. Or it might just be they want that, even if they're not pressuring you. We have Jarl and Arna, which are a married couple. And it says ambition and collaboration. So yeah, Um, yeah, I just feel like that's the primary topic of conversation here, but let's see if any other uh, details or anything wants to come through. So from my emotion cards, we have anxious and we have frustrated. I don't know if some of you have social anxiety, because that kind of makes sense with the raccoon in reverse here, and anxious, or maybe you just kind of seem that way to your family members, or if you're just naturally shy, that might be something that's being talked about here. It's really interesting though. Like, look, I don't even know if any other cards in this deck have the scribbles to represent the emotion. Um, so yeah, I don't know, scribbles. It might be that you might have some frustrations with your family that you keep bottled up, or it might be the other way around, or maybe it's just a family pattern of bottling up emotions, and maybe they come out at inappropriate times. Or even, I just heard hormonal, so they might even like be blaming your hormones for something, or even talking about your hormones. Like, this is very specific, but like if you're receiving fertility treatments or something like that in your marriage to try and build a family, again, because that's like such a big topic of focus here. So I don't know, like there's too many different situations here in terms of your love life, but just know that that's what they want to gossip about. That's what they want to talk about. Is your choice in partners, is your family, is your love life, just things like that. Maybe we can get more details into what that might be with the tarot here, but I want to see if I got anything else from these cards. I mean, with the frustrated card here, this could be and raccoon in reverse, black egg. I feel like less so that a family member is frustrated with you. It feels more like worry that you are frustrated with them, or you're mad at them. And you might be. I don't know if maybe someone's done something to piss you off. I don't know the situation, but what I'm picking up on here is that a family member, or maybe even multiple, are kind of worried that you are mad at them. And whether or not it's true, I don't know. Okay, I am going to pull some tarot to get some more clarity here. Allergies as well as coming up. My food allergies, or just something about allergies. Maybe somebody here, you have a very severe allergy to a certain type of animal or food or something like that. Let's see. Spirit, any other details? Tell us what Group 3's family is saying about Group 3. If you are a singer, I feel like they say you have a beautiful singing voice, or I mean that could apply to any musical instrument. It doesn't have to be your voice. Or you're a really good cook. We have the Ace of Pentacles and in reverse, and the Moon. And Strength. So, Strength is a card of silence. Keeping your frustrations bottled in. So I do feel like that might be something that your family struggles with in general, is not being open about their feelings and thoughts, especially with the black egg here, right? The black egg is this expressive throat chakra energy, so that might be just kind of a struggle in your family dynamics in general. I mean, and the severity of that's going to vary from family to family. No family is perfect, right? Every family has their struggles and issues. It just feels like some sort of desire to force you to talk, to force you to say something. Especially if you resonate with maybe having a narcissistic parent or especially a narcissistic mother, just wanting to control what's being said or even being felt in some situations. That doesn't have to resonate, but it's just like, um, if you are holding back stuff, feelings, emotions, it's like there's family members that really want to find a way to get you to talk more or express more to them or be more open to them. And it doesn't have to be, if you're resonating with a narcissistic family member, narcissistic mother story, I mean, it could be in a controlling way if that's the case for you. But for others, it's just like they might be frustrated by your lack of communication just generally. Maybe you're just not good at texting back, or maybe you're an anxious person and these family members don't understand anxiety and how that affects your ability to communicate. Um, Whatever the reason is, it's just like, I just feel like there's a mismatch in their understanding your communication style or any issues that you might have with communication. Maybe some of you, these family members are really nosy about your love life or your marriage or whatever it is, and you don't want to talk about it and be that open, but they want to try to pry anyway. I mean, it could be that. Just it depends, but it's just like there's frustration or conflict or something here in the realm of communicating. And again, for some of you, it might just be like if you feel like you have anxiety or social anxiety, these family members just might not get that. They might not get why you behave in certain ways or communicate in certain ways or say certain things that seem weird or shy or harsh to them, because it's just different. It's just they don't understand that you're different in some way. I don't know if some of you resonate with being neurodivergent in some ways, for instance, but like I just feel like there is a lack of understanding there, a mismatch in just their awareness or understanding that how and why you're different. And I don't know if you're resonating with maybe some controlling family members here. It's just like there is almost an entitled feeling to know what's going on in your life. But you know your family. If that resonates for you, then take that message. If not, then don't. You all know how these readings work. Let's see. Spirit, can you clarify the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? I mean, for some of you, that could represent like issues in your career or your home, your living situation, something like that. So if you are struggling with that, I guess that's part of the gossip here. Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, maybe something about your work that could be judging what you do for work. Calling you a starving artist or something like that, or maybe it's just not good enough for some family members, or maybe you're currently unemployed. I don't know what that Ace of Pentacles energy is, but with the Knight of Pentacles here, it does feel like some level of criticism on what you're doing for work, or even with this love life energy here, maybe you're like a stay-at-home mom and like they're judging that, like they think you should have a career, and I don't know. But Ace of Pentacles, it's just something to do with your career, whatever is in your situation here. And I don't know why it feels like judgment. I guess some level of judgment from somebody, or even a car. Maybe you had a car accident, judging the car you drive, something like that, or not having one, something like that. Because I know in other countries, like, cars aren't that important, but here in the US they kind of are, because things are just more spread out. We have the King of Cups. Again, this feels like most of the gossip currently, they're talking and speculating about your romantic partner or lack thereof with that King of Cups there. Like they're talking more about that person with the, we have Ask, the first human man, the King of Cups, and it's just like they're talking more about that person than they're talking about you, I feel. or any struggles you're working on with that person, things like that. And the Eight of Pentacles here, this is more that work energy. So I mean, there's some level of discussion about your career too. And this Ace of Pentacles energy, some possibly negative view about it. I feel like you're not opening up about your emotions. They are being bottled in with the moon here. And just the scribbles on these cards. They're just something about bottling emotions. Whether you have them bottled or other family members do, or it's just this whole, maybe it's a toxic cycle in your family. I don't know. Not opening up fully. And we have the Ace of Swords. Some of you might be, what they don't like about your communication style. You know, I was talking about some of you might resonate with being anxious and, you know, you're not comfortable talking about things, but others of you, it might just be, maybe you say the truth. Maybe you just tell it exactly like you see it, a little bit too bluntly with this Ace of Swords here. And maybe that's rubbed some family members the wrong way. But yeah, issues with communication, issues with bottling emotions, not liking some of the things you said. That's kind of some overarching themes going on here. We have the Three of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck. I want to pull some emoji cards to see if we can get any other specifics that want to come through. What is Group 3's family saying? A mushroom. And that's an Amanita mushroom. And we have the Amanita card. This came out in Group 2. I think it was Group 2. But that's just so interesting that would come through. I feel like it wants to... Actually, I did not tap into the energy of this card enough. So maybe Spirit's wanting me to... So this card, though, Amanita, it's about being a conduit for divine messages. So maybe this is, with the Ace of Swords, something about speaking the truth, or I'm getting like exposing someone's bullshit, to put it bluntly. Maybe you have put it bluntly. Like, maybe you've exposed someone's bullshit within the family and that's being discussed, whether positively or negatively. It just feels like speaking truth, channeling truth. I am getting some kind of religious element for some of you. Maybe you're fed up with someone's religious views in the family, or political views, tensions or something. It just feels like maybe you've told it how it is. You've told it how you see it. You've exposed someone's bullshit. Whether that's an opinion, or maybe you've even exposed something bigger in your family, like some sort of bigger lie. And obviously, if that's been the case, that's definitely going to cause some conversations. Let's see. We have the lightning bolt. And the corn in reverse. And my emoji cards, to take them specifically if they resonate for your situation. The corn gives me like different things every time that card comes out, but this time I'm hearing like you know the way that corn is used to get through the algorithms on platforms like TikTok. I don't even want to say it right now, but that's coming through. I have no idea why that would be discussed in a family gossip reading, but take that if that message is for you, if that resonates. I feel like maybe some of you really did expose some kind of family secret, and that has upset somebody, or just like told an unfortunate truth about somebody. Spirit, do you want all three of these? I think so. Okay, so we have the book, and we have the confetti, and we have the hamburger. What is Group 3's family saying, Spirit? What is Group 3's family saying? Um, it might be that maybe you don't come to celebrations or family gatherings when you're invited, or when you do, you're not engaging as much as some people might hope. Um, whatever your reasons, right? You might just be upset with some people or not want to deal with toxic energy. Some of you just might be anxious, or um, might feel overburdened by family responsibilities. I don't know what your reasoning is, but it just feels like maybe you're not participating as much as some family members might like. Um, Again, this wanting to force open more communication. They want to force open their book. They want to see more. They want to know more. Um, it might just be one voice that I'm picking up on that's like wanting that, wanting to pull more information out of you or something like that. But, or even close the information if the exposing the secret things resonating for you, whatever it is, wanting to open or close this book here. Um, Something like there's something very interesting about your knowledge or what you're saying. But I want to end this reading by getting some advice or words of wisdom or anything else Spirit wants to bring through with some fortunes here. So, Spirit, anything else for group 3 about their family members, what their family members are saying, or any advice? Any advice? I just feel like I should pull one more. Okay. It says, there is a way to everything you want. And if you are having a conflict with a family member, I guess Spirit's wanting to say that it can be resolved. There's always a way. This says, today, taking a supportive role might benefit the group dynamic. That's very interesting. Seems very specific since families are group dynamics. Take them as they resonate, of course. And it says, your kindness will help brighten a dark room. And we have, thorough preparation makes its own luck. So, I don't know. It just feels like there might be some existing family tensions in this group that might have to do with, specific family members more than the reality of things, more than your actual truth. So just like stay secure in who you are. And again, it might just be one really loud voice I'm picking up on here. I do feel like primarily the family gossip is about your love life and whatever that looks like. Whether it's chaos, whether it's loving, whether they like your partner, whether they don't like your partner, whether you are trying to start a family. That's what most people are talking about. Even if I've had some negative things come in here, I just feel like it's, one or two loud people. So I just feel like Spirit wants me to throw that in there before we end this. But anyway, if this resonated, please give this a thumbs up. If not, feel free to give it a thumbs down. And comment down below to let me know how it resonated for you, or even just to let me know which group you were in. That's always very appreciated. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you like Pick a Card Tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing, because I make a lot of Pick a Card Tarot readings over here on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you are interested. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!